What's up guys, Maniacs here, and welcome to TIme Tenshi. Now, you guys can probably tell just based off of this main menu, if you've ever heard of this game, this is a game about girls with giant fucking boobs. Now, I know these are completely ridiculous and there's no goddamn reason for it, but one thing that I've noticed is that a bunch of you are a bunch of fucking perverts, just like I am, and we love boobs. So I figured, why not play a game that literally has girls with big boobs and that they get bigger? Huh, that's weird. I wonder why they would do that. Well, because that's pretty much any anime. I mean, Christ, there's so many, like high school D&D. Ria's is hot as hell, but Jesus Christ, they're like... But yes, this game has girls with boobs, and for some reason, when they travel through time, they get bigger. Obviously, there has to be something that happens to them, so why not make their boobs bigger? No idea why, but... I've noticed that a lot of you, I guess maybe it's type of the clickbait thing just a little bit, like going, like looking at Max or something along those lines, where there's the one with like Holly and Max sitting there all hot and steamy, I guess you could kind of say, compared to the ones where it's just like everybody hanging out and talking. So figured why not try playing one of these games. I have never played this game before. They actually made a second one. I've owned both of them for a while, but I've never played them. Yes, it's another visual novel. Don't really know what it's going to involve. Don't even know how long this game is, but I'm going to do 20-minute episodes. See if you guys like it. If you don't, let me know. Don't worry, the channel's not just going to turn into visual novels the entire time, but I want to do some stuff that I know people will actually enjoy watching. At least I hope they enjoy watching. They probably don't watch it for me. They watch it for them. Also, this girl with the two colored eyes is pretty fucking hot. Not going to lie. Boobs are too big, though. Like, that's just too big. Like, granted, this is anime. They're 2D, so it doesn't make any sense, but... that's just too big. Because, like, by the time they're 50, they're, like, hitting the floor. That's just too much. So, let's go ahead and begin this little journey and see what happens. The day I turned 18, there was a fire. That sucks. Wow, that's a hell of a way to start. Just, house burns down. It sent smoke climbing up through the sky of my neighborhood. Everyone within a mile could see the damage. The source of the fire was my house. It consumed the backyard, the forest nearby, the picket fence surrounding our pristine lawn, and my mother and father. Wow, really dark right off the bat. I was raised an only child. My mother, she was a veterinarian, her family coming from a long line of Japanese technicians and scientists. My dad was raised in Athens, Georgia. He was a musician turned postman who used to tour in local bars and cafes. And all I could do was stand there. I had gone out to get myself some snacks for the next day when I was planning on going camping with my friends. We were all going up to the local hiking trail to help ring in my 18th birthday. Obviously, those plans had to be put on hold. Yeah, indefinitely. That would really suck. You have a visitor, Mr. Johnson. Who? As I looked up, I noticed a familiar face. Grandpa? He nodded towards the nurse in a dismissive but polite manner. If I may have a minute. Of course, let me know if you two need anything. Thank you. How are you? My, how you've grown since I last saw you, Kenji. It's been a few years, hasn't it? You do remember me, don't you? Yeah, you're the grandfather on my mother's side, Tensei Shiro. Good. Now then, how long have you been kept here? I think 2 weeks now. They're kind of keeping an eye on my mental health or something. It's not every day you see your own house burn down. Grandpa paused awkwardly. Ahem. Now then, I know you have a legal age to take care of yourself at this point, but I still wanted to offer you room and board in one of my labs back home until you're on your feet. That's really nice of him. I know it's not a glamorous option, but well, Kenji, I'm afraid you can't stay in the hospital for too much longer. Insurance only pays so much, you see. Alright, I'll go. Now as if I really had a choice, do I? Not as if I really had a choice, do I? I realize these days are very difficult for you, Kenji. I'm not expecting you to come around right away, but it'll be somewhere safe to stay. I'll give you work and get things off your mind if you'd like. Wow. At the time, I had no idea what my grandfather did. Looking at him, his wrinkled features, his kind but stern face, the truth hit me that I'd hardly ever had any contact with him. What the fuck was that kind of me talking right there? He rarely showed up to family gatherings due to business, yet now he was the one coming to take care of me. It didn't make much sense, but at this point, I didn't have a choice. Alright, when do we leave? Apparently immediately. Later that day, press H for the middle mouse button to temporarily hide the text window. Oh. I like games that do that. That's kind of funny. We arrived at the labs Grandpa spoke of. Wow, that is a hell of an elevator. Grandpa and I stood at the elevator for some time, completely silent until Grandpa spoke up. Now I have a room all ready for you near the bottom of this building. It is a few essentials set up there. Bed, dresser, spare clothes. I'll give you the full tour once we get down there. So you own this place? I built it, actually. With a lot of help, of course. I've been doing my own personal scientific research with a lot of time and family inheritance. And government funding, I assume? Grandpa paused briefly. Haha, no, you stupid fool. We're killing everyone. I've tried to make it as independent as possible. So the government doesn't know about this? How is that? In time, Kenji. For now, you should rest and get settled in. I'll introduce you to my assistants tomorrow. Assistants? Grandpa, what are you doing down here? I arrived at my room. That is an awesome room. I would absolutely live there. It was tastefully decorated considering the building it was in, and featured white walls with a beige carpet. In it was a wooden dresser and cabinet as well as a twin mattress. It was rather inviting despite being on the small side and inside of a lab facility. On the bed I noticed a small book. Curious, I picked it up. An old photo album? There's a note on it. Dear Kenji, we are able to salvage this from the incident. We thought it was the right thing to let you own it now. We wish you the best in this difficult times. Unsigned. I took the note off carefully and opened the book. So, this is all that's left, huh? I sat on the bed looking at the photo album, frowning. Just one photo album survived. I opened the album. These are old. These are old, too. My parents' wedding photos. There's me as a toddler. The photo was an image of a small child climbing up a tree. Man, I was adventurous, wasn't I? I hate climbing trees. I can't do it. I smirked and turned the page. More family photos, Christmas portraits, me in that ugly reindeer sweater. As I turned the pages, I began shaking. Me with some old friends. Wonder what they're up to now. I totally bailed on them that day. Hopefully someone told them what happened. I'm sure they figured it out. Your house burned down. I flipped through more of the pages. This thing was filled out. We didn't have a lot of photos. There was a lot of me. My parents are on vacation, probably before I was born. My dad showing me how to play guitar. He would always sing at campfires. As I looked, little damp marks began appearing on the... Wow, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. As I looked, little damp marks became apparent on the surface of the pictures, my teardrops. I slammed the book shut and set it aside before throwing myself into the bed. Of all the people that it could happen to, why did it have to happen to me? Why did it have to be me? As I paused, tears began streaming down my face. More importantly, why did it have to be them? The next morning. Huh. Kenji? Kenji, your grandfather wanted you to get up now. I don't blame you for being so sleepy, but it's time to get going. Flop. What? Ah! Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was just... God, what did you hit me with? I stared at the girl for a second, and she stared back. Okay, so... her eyes are cool. They go really good with her hair. She has no bra on, and I think no panties on. I can't tell. She's literally in a practically see-through dress. I can see her fucking nipple. Right there. And she's holding what looks to be a PSP. Why? Yeah, that's why I was like, Grandpa's assistant? Yeah, okay. He's assisting him with what? Old perv. She was a small, short girl. After a few seconds of silence, I felt my cheeks blushing red. Oh, I'm sorry, we haven't met, have we? She bowed to me in greeting in a traditional Japanese style. My name is Kyo. Kaio? I think it's Kaio or Kyo. I'll go with Kaio. I'm one of the assistants for your grandfather. You? But you're so... What? Short? Look, just because I'm not super tall like all the other assistants doesn't mean... No, that's not what I meant. I meant more like, you seem so young to be helping my grandpa. Oh, well, thank you, I think. I know the whole height thing might make me look like 12 or whatever, but I'm actually all grown up. Seriously. Yeah, is that why you're sticking your tongue out like that? Why are you doing that? Again, seriously. What is with the... See, I can literally see pretty much everything. Oh, I can see the... sorry. Then I... Psh, don't worry about it. People do it all the time. You didn't know. Now come on. Tensei wants you to see the lab and meet the other girls. Other girls? Before I could say anything else, she took me by the hand and pulled me out of my bed, leading me back into the hallway, then down towards a large doorway. We went through it, and when I saw what was inside, I was left nearly speechless. What is all this? Well, that's cool as hell looking. This, Kenji, is my main laboratory. Welcome to our greatest creation. I looked out at everything in front of me. In the center of the room was a large round platform, several steps surrounding its perimeter for the slight elevation. I love how there's just lightning coming out of it too, for whatever reason. A whole assortment of tubes and wires trailed off from it and into the other parts of the machine. A large chrome furnace-like device plated with clean white linoleum lined the back wall. On the opposite side was a long array of large computer monitors, keyboards, and control panels lined the desks and shelves beneath them. A generator was also in the room on another far wall. It took me a second to process what I was seeing. It looked like if it was something out of a science fiction movie. So, what does it do? Well, Kenji, it's a bit difficult to explain. Hi, Jesus Christ. It travels back in time. That's actually pretty simple. What? Yes, that is a simplistic way of putting it. The long answer is that it is a device which, using particle fusion in order to diffuse the stability of... come on, save it, Gramps. I don't think the guy can take that much at a time. A woman's voice spoke up. I could see her manning the long array of monitors with a smirk on her face. Okay, I mean, again, still, why does the creepy old man, the creepy old scientist living in his basement have a bunch of hot anime chicks here? Also, they have giant boobs. And you have slightly more clothes on. I mean, thank you. But why do you have like a whipstick thing? I don't know what the hell that is. Sure. Her purplish red hair caught my attention immediately, wavy and down beneath her shoulders. But her piercing yellow eyes and pale complexion radiated from her too. They do go really well with her red hair, or purple hair. That looks more like red or maroon to me. The name's Michelle, guy. I'm the commander and operations manager here in Kenjis Lab. Always so abrasive, Michelle. Whatever you say, old man. So, wait, hold on. You're telling me that you built a time machine? Like I said, that's the short version. But it's still the accurate version, right? I suppose so. Time machines usually imply the freedom of movement throughout any time stream. We have only developed this one far enough to go into the past. Just as he said that, the platform at the center began to glow. Dim at first, it slowly brightened up until it was nearly blinding. Uh-oh. Buzzers and alarms started blaring all around us. About time she showed back up. I could barely make out the silhouette of Michelle's furiously typing and reaching around to operate the several different modems around her. Hi! Just as my ears began to ring, the light stopped, revealing a voluptuous woman wobbling on the platform. Well, that takes care of that. Sure. Okay. I couldn't take my eyes off of her as she walked down off the platform. She seemed to be looking directly at me, a fire in her eyes, a look almost of seduction, of someone like me, a guy she didn't know. Ah, you must be Kenji. Tensei told us that you were coming to stay with us. She lifted my chin with her fingertips lightly as she spoke, giving me what looked like a seductive smile. Yeah, Rose, come over here this instant. I saw the girl roll her eyes as she turned on her heel to face Michelle. What do you want now, Michelle? I'd appreciate it if you let up on the sass, Rose. Now go to your room and get back into normal attire. You know the drill. Yeah, because that's totally not revealing or anything like the other clothes that everybody else is wearing. Ugh, you're such a buzzkill, you know that? What if I like wearing the outfit, huh? I took a closer look at her getup. It seemed to be plated armor, but somehow it was still incredibly risky. Risque? I have no idea. The metal it was made of seemed to be very flexible. It covered much of her torso, except for some large openings. This, of course, led me to think on how much something like that could even possibly protect her. Like what you see? She posed, sticking her hip out to the side. She must have noticed my staring. Rose, leave him be and go change right now. That's an order. Ugh, fine. Have it your way, Michelle. I watched as she stomped her way out, wide hips swinging briskly in rhythm to her step, as their armor pieces whisked from side to side above her long legs. Sure. So, how is that practical again? What do you mean? Well, her armor seemed kind of... It isn't meant to be armor. It's a type of flexible attire that can bend and morph itself to match your body's current shape. She just happened to design it after a suit of armor. Trust me, I find it to be just as ridiculous as you do. Uh-huh. She doesn't always act like that. The time window has some weird effects on us whenever we go through it and come back. The longer we spend through time, the more we change. How is that? Michelle can explain it in more detail later. What the hell? Why did I just go into that accent? For now, I want you to show the rest of your living quarters. Come with me now. I want to show you the rest of the living quarters. Kyo, stick with me and help me clean up over here, alright? Aw, no fair. Okay, Gramps, that's cool. You got a bunch of busty, hot anime chicks, you know, just with you in your lab or whatnot. That's totally fine. That's where I'm going to end this part. That's a good place to stop. Like I said, I'm going to do 15 to 20-minute parts. Let me know what you guys think so far. Yeah, that girl's pretty hot. Not going to lie. And like I said, anybody that's watching this is a bunch of fucking anime pervs just like I am, so why not continue with it? So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to do a couple of episodes in this week, and then we'll see if you guys want to continue more of it, want to see more of it. Let me know. Obviously, there's more of them, and if you guys have any other suggestions that you want in this particular category of game, please let me know, because I probably own them. So anyway, that's all the time I got for this episode. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys want to check this game out for yourself, you can pick it up on Steam. I think it's like $10. Thank you guys for checking out the part, and I'll see you guys next time. Maniacs out.